I saw on Sunday I was probably doing our stream regarding the card game since we had to do some changes to it and even doesn't. Oh, that's two. That's 2 pages. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. So I just gotta re-sleeve and change out some cards to test out the game with the new cards in mind. I'll probably be moving location for the actual testing today because this actual little area here we normally test is really fucking small. And it's kind of getting a little cramped when you put too many pieces on the table. I guess the counter, technically. So we'll see about moving this to a different location. Or I might just move it over there and just bust out my 2-player playmat that I won the other day at a tournament. I was wondering where the hell you were at. Yeah, I was hoping to fucking get a hold of the character so I could be like, oh yeah, first try, first pool. We're all wondering where the hell you were at. Also, let's across or Kafka Rose. Rose, I think I'll just call you Rose. Hello, Rose. Well, that's fine. I'm just gonna be working out my card game stuff, so there's no Hanukkah going on this stream, so don't worry about that. It might be a better idea. It might be a smarter idea in the future to invest in the paper cutter. It'll save me a lot more time than just going through with fucking scissors. Thankfully, I've already cut out most of the cards I need, or I've already cut out most of the cards that we're re-sleeving. I just need to cut out these because these I got today. Sort of, I guess you would call them emergency fixes for Alexander's deck. I don't really know what you would phrase it as per se. Yeah, on Sunday, me and Yuhin did test out the new deck, and it was fine for the most part. But unfortunately, it ran into an issue that I probably should have seen coming in hindsight, given that's a multi-hit deck. But its late game advantage was a little too powerful across the board. It could, especially with the game revolving around deck milling, it could just like you could mill out your opponent's deck with ease. So yeah, I had to change that up along with something else regarding the cards designs because they only worked if they had a specific phase activated on them, and the only way you could do that was with the landmark. Because I'm pretty sure originally I intended for it to be on summon to get this keyword, this effect off, but that is not how they ended up being translated onto the page. So we had to change up the leader card a little bit, technically nerfing the level 2. Well, actually, we actually nerfed the whole deck overall, actually, because Alexander can now only have 3 units on the field instead of the original 5 units. So that is going to be a substantial hit to his board overall, but, you know, kind of had to do that when fucking the guy has, like, I think he has a total of 6 blocker units in his deck. His deck list is full, like just chock full of blocker units. So like the change was necessary, but I guess I'll find out during testing today if we went a little too ham on that change. So for starters, I have to find the cards real quickly, and then replace them for this deck, and then. Oh shit! I think we were thinking about changing Mana Constant Sorrow, but we never got around to that. Nah, we'll see what happens with that going forward. Okay, so you. Hang on, I gotta look through all the cards. Actually, you're being changed. I think it's just these two cards. I don't think any other cards I've seen changes so far. Yeah, it's just those two. Okay. So now I just have to re-sleeve these, re-sleeve all the other card changes for the other two decks, and then we should be golden on that. Okay, so these are changed. Yeah, basically all we did for the Alexander deck is, I don't know if this was done in response to the nerfing of the leader, but Newen decided to change. Okay, so these are the old ones. Did he get rid of it? Ah, that son of a bitch! I don't think he understands how pressure is going. I don't think he gets this one. Okay. Well, shit. I did not tell him to change that. That is on me. I should done a better job of double checking. Yeah, because he only gets Fissure from one fucking card. I understand that he like thinks it's really fucking strong, but I don't think he quite realizes how blockers can just immediately invalidate the strategy. Well, I guess we'll see how it goes then. I didn't check to see if he removed the keyword or not, and he did. So we'll have to see how it goes. I think for now it won't be too terrible. I think he genuinely. I guess he thinks it's such a problematic effect that like he's trying to like fucking get rid of it now, so it's not a problem later on. But it's all like there's only one way to get that, and if any deck coming out later on has more blockers. So the issue is that, especially into a mirror match, I think when we get to mirror match, you might see the issue with it, because if you have a consistent number of blockers in a deck against Alexander now, if you have even, because Alexander has, let me count real quickly, and I have all these cards slotted in, because I don't think he quite understands how fucked this can actually get in concept. Okay, so Alexander has, so technically 2, 3, 4. Is that all the blockers, or is there? Well, technically there's one more blocker. Where is he? Okay, so yeah. So the problem I'm having here, and I think this is where Newen disagrees with me on this premise, especially now that Alexander only has fucking 3 units on the field. I really don't understand why he got rid of that keyword. So the problem is that Alexander currently has fucking a total of 5 blockers in his deck. And so it's like anyone who that's 20 blockers total, give or take. This deck list runs 18 because only one of them has counter, and I'd rather have triggers rather than fucking blockers. But okay, so okay, well, we'll see what happens, but I don't think he understands that if any other deck that comes out later on has this many blockers, Alexander has no pressure, because he can only hit 6 times per turn, and he's never gonna get that many consistent fucking like actual things out there with the buff costing. I really don't understand why he got rid of that Fisher effect. I know he doesn't like it because he couldn't block with fucking Well, no, because I think he couldn't just block with fucking pain, but it's all like I get that, but I mean there has to be ways to apply pressure. All right, so this is the Tom deck. I think most of Tom's cards actually are going to be replaced. Let me separate these now a little bit. Yeah, Tom's deck needed a lot of updates. That is not for Tom's deck. I'll leave the white parts in there for now. There's no reason to change them. Okay, so you over here. We'll put the Reaper stuff aside for now. I have to go back through and reattach those later. Okay, now I gotta find every copy of these cards. Let's go. Okay, yeah, so that's a once per round effect, that's fine. Okay, so then let me make sure there's none over here still. Alright, that's fine. So these, as far as I know, are untouched. Okay, a little weird they're all in the same spot like that. Okay, so you're hit, you're hit, you're hit, you're hit, you are not hit. You're hit, you're hit, you are not affected. Did we not hit this one at all? Okay, that's weird. Hello, Cypher, how you doing? I guess we didn't hit that one at all. Weird. Her costing 6 is fine, I think. She's still fucking, she's recycling quite significantly, so that I think it's fine. Alright. Well then, let us get started. I'll put these over here for now. Alright. Senior Cypher took off as well. Yeah, I wasn't expecting messages at 4 a.m. in the morning, but I can understand the guy wanted to like clarify his positions. Alright, what's next? Time is next. Sorry if I'm not talking too much right now, but with the race leaving and no one being here, there's not too much to talk about. Especially since yesterday there was like an actual like stream as well, so like a lot of the stuff that was like that we could talk about was kind of already covered yesterday. Actually, funnily enough, there actually is something that happened today. I noticed. For some reason, I got recommended a set stream video. I guess he posted his stream of when he's reacting to the solo chapter of the Fourth Hokage. So I wonder if that's him testing the waters for a comeback or not. suspect he will come back regardless at some point. It's just I think he's testing the waters to see like how many people are still like would actually go watch him again or not. You think he might some money for Christmas so you can buy a Steam Deck? Boy wants a Steam Deck. Newhin, you got rid of Fisher on Alexander's level 2? What the fuck? I didn't even see that till like while I was sleeping. What the fuck are you doing? Bruh. Newhin gets PTSD from one interaction with the Cardinal, so it's like I must nerf into oblivion. Alright. What up and doing? Just re-sleeving cards with the new updates at the moment. Oh, she might be a little too thick actually. Oh, here come the excuses. I already see them lined up. I can't sleep too hot. You guys aren't turning on your AC? I thought that card text looked smaller. Hey, fuck off, fly. Zim, you have 2 cards Gabe Fisher already? 3 if I don't remember badly. There's no point. There is... No, you're wrong. There's only 1 card that gives him Fisher. None of the other cards give him Fisher. Hang on. Yeah, that one gives the units Ambush, which actually that one might need to be changed if he only has 3. Well, actually, no, that lets him attack unrested units. Yeah, only 1 card gives him Fisher. What the fuck are you talking about? And you can't even search it outside of like the grade to recycle. Yeah, you killed any pressure. Oh, no, you're right. No, the 2 cost gives you Fisher. You're right. Was that the original effect of the 2 cost? That's only 2 cards though. I could have sworn I didn't recall the 2 cost giving him Fisher. At least in the original card design. He can't recycle spells right now. Actually, no. Can he? No, because they're not listed as Forbidden Passion. Or, well, no, that's because you said the fucking there wasn't no space on there. Yeah, we're gonna have to change that for spell for an icon. You don't have AC? What do you mean you don't have AC? Respectfully, judging gives him Fisher now? I could have sworn that didn't give him Fisher. Hang on a minute. Did you change that to give him Fisher now? Well, hang on. Well, let me look at the original card. I don't recall the original card giving him Fisher. It's down here somewhere. I do not recall it was originally being designed to give him consistent Fisher like that. Was that in the original blueprints I sent you, or were those changes later on? I do not recall giving Alexander so many ways to get Fisher like that. Because I would have had it, because it was supposed to be native. Actually, does it give any unit Fisher, or does it just give Alexander? Yeah, I feel like what was supposed to happen there is that was supposed to give other cards Fisher. Does that specify Alexander? Or did you specify? That should have specified any unit. That shouldn't be specifying Alexander. Because my original goal was to give Alexander Fisher from word go. All right. I guess I gave him more options to get Fisher. He was a really nice guy. He is a nice guy. Suspicious. Also, all right. Almost done. Re-sleeving the cards. For the Tom deck, then I gotta go through and re-sleeve the cards for the Reaper deck, and then I can test it out with the new Alexander deck and see how that goes. I could have sworn you did not have that many ways to get fucking Fisher. I knew it! I was running a deck too big. Wait, now I'm confused then. Hang on a minute. What the hell? Does that mean I'm missing a Chico in this deck then? Okay, one. No, there are 5. There are 4 already in here. So that means there must be a Chico missing then. Yeah, okay, yeah. So earlier when I was supposed to put Chico in the card, I put Helen instead. Okay. Yeah, I was at home today, so I could actually change the card size myself. You could be a murderer and I'd still call you kind person because hey, I'm not the one dying. Wow. All right. It's too big. Hang on. Sometimes the card sizes are just a little too big because I don't cut them all the way. I really should get again a paper cutter just to like fucking cut out the middle, just like save some time and some edging. There we go. Yeah, that story's fucked. All right. So hopefully those will be the last changes to the Tom deck, I think, in general. So hopefully this will be the last set of balance changes for the Tom deck for the foreseeable future. Hopefully any other changes going forward will just be new card support upgrades instead of actually changing the cards up. Now we move on to the Reaper. Your level 1, your level 2 changed. Where's level 2 at? There it is. Alright. I was not going to be a good searcher. I went with the full Digimon searcher route. It searches by what the text says. He changed it to by what the text says. Oh, you. Okay, that's. Oh. You got rid of the cost? Okay. We'll see how it goes then. That can provide a lot of board pressure for free. Okay, we're gonna see how that goes then. You got rid of the cost effect for the first Reaper effect, so now he can destroy any card on the field for free. So we can now target one card on the field and destroy it for free now on level 1. Yeah, so that means now that the Reaper for free can. No. I asked you to make the level 2 once per turn, but that one can target. Yeah, now there's. Well, I guess we'll see what happens right now, but I'm pretty sure that's going to make the Reaper's deck way. I mean, he's supposed to swarm, but now he's going to be swarming significantly more. I'm going to try sleeping again. All right, good luck, Pimp Demon. If not, you know where to find me. Well, it's fine. Well, let's see how it goes. Maybe it'll be fine. Okay, so you're being changed. You're being nerfed. Okay, you're already nerfed. Okay, yeah, now we have to change Eyes of Death. Yeah, because why the fuck would anyone play this? Yeah. Fuck. Alright, yeah, this card's completely fucking worthless now. I'm gonna have to check the message I sent you, because I'm pretty sure I specified level 2. Yeah, because now this card is completely fucking worthless. There's no reason to use it. And you can't even discard it for anything. Because I don't think there's any discard mechanic in this deck. I mean, I guess you could theoretically. I mean, I guess it does give you a second turn to use it, but it's only a 4 or lower. I don't know if this ever. I mean, this will be like the first card swapped out. I can already tell. All right, you're too big. Hang on. I mean, I guess technically not every starter deck card is supposed to be like god tier, I guess, but like, well, I guess we'll see how it goes. But the card wasn't really even seeing use before this point. Okay, so yeah, so like the problem here is that like the argument. Okay, so this lets you target any unit on the field and destroy it with no cost. This lets you target a 4 or less and destroy it for 4 mana. So I don't really know if this is gonna see. I don't even know if this will like be useful outside of like maybe early game. I mean, yeah, she reduces cost, but if you can already target any card on the field, well, I mean, I guess we'll see what happens right now. I don't know if that's gonna be all that good though in comparison. I guess it does let you destroy 2 units in 1 turn. Yeah, that's fair. We'll see how it goes right now. All right. Let me just sit these cards down. Oh. Well, I guess for the time being, the last thing we need for the card game currently is just a card back. I have an idea for it, but I feel like you probably would disagree on it. So we'll talk about that. And then beyond that, technically we need a mat, but before we get a mat set up, I have to finalize placements of everything. Alright, it could also help you speed up your level up since Reaper deck level up condition is using the effect a bunch of times, right? Yeah, you have to use it 5 times. So it does speed up. Like, I mean, like, yeah, I guess you would use it to speed up your level too, I guess. So, well, we'll see what happens right now. We'll see if these changes are significant enough or not. So we'll see right now. Maybe I'm just assuming here. All right, we need to move to a different location because I am getting tired of fucking not having space to put shit. All right, cool. Only took about 30 minutes, but we're finally ready to start more or less. Where to do this? I guess I could do it over here on the floor. I just need space. I could move stuff around the table, but that's gonna be too much of a hassle. Yeah. I guess I could use that spot on the floor right there. Let me just move the cards over. And there they go. Actually, you know what? I haven't played a game on this playmat yet, so maybe I should officially Christian it, so to speak. I'll have to pick up all these right now. Okay, I'm about to call leaving them up differently. Hang on, I want to set this up down here. We're gonna see how it goes right now. Hang on, I haven't used this map for anything, so let's go ahead and bust it out. Son of a gun. I won this playmat a while back. Never used it haven't used it in a duel or anything, so we'll just set that up. Should I wait to? Is there a better angle to get this in? That might be the best angle I have to work with, actually. Can we make it to where it'll stay like positioned well? I want to get the whole mat in here. I might have to move the soundbar a little bit. Is that good? I can move it a little more. All right, so that should give a clear enough indication. All right, good. Yeah, I didn't buy this mat. I won it in a tournament, and I have not used it for anything because it's too big to really put anywhere. So, why not use it to test out the card game? Unfortunately, there is no energy counter or anything. Yeah, just doing talking. Alright, so I mean, there actually is spots here that we could use just for like reference sake. So I'll go ahead and just probably put the cards there for now. Where's the Alexander leader card at? There it is. Yeah. We'll go and do it like we'll go and just put the leaders there for now. I need to grab the dice for those two. Alright, however, look at the camera. It's gonna be a bit of pain in the ass from here. Wait, did the fucking thing move? Can I move back a little bit? So I'm trying to get like the best angle here to work with. I think it's probably gonna be as good as it's gonna get. So let me just turn on my TV real quickly so I can just watch the screen for any commentary. And then we will go from there. Yeah, because the mat looks great. I personally think it's a solid mat. It's just that, like, it's fucking big. So it's like it's real pain in the ass to move around. It's, I think, double the size of a normal play mat, and no one has anything around to carry it in. So I haven't been able to use it for anything. Alright. Also, it's got this, like, fucking... I think it's because I left it bent for so long. It's got some weird creases on it. I'll have to uncrease it out. Creasing my J's. Alright. We'll start off with the Reaper deck first. While that's loading up. Should be this one. Yeah, it's this one. Very cool. Yeah, so that way... Right, because, yeah, it's two-player mat, yeah. Because you have your character area right here, character area, etc., etc. Yeah, like, I mean, like, it's cool. It's just that, like, it's a fucking two-player mat, so it's kind of like, oh, yeah, it's great. It's just, yeah, like, I mean, like, it's cool. It's just that, like, it's a fucking two-player mat, so it's kind of like, oh, yeah, it's great. Yeah, like, I mean, like, it's cool. It's just that, like, it's a fucking two-player mat, so it's kind of like, hang on, I gotta lower the... Yeah, it's great. Alright, so that should be fine there. Alright, you guys can see it just fine. Alright, cool. Let's do this. Alright. So, unfortunately, I have not really sat down on the floor in a long time, so this is going to be an interesting experience. Alright, we're going to get the leader decks out of the way now. Because I believe this one runs clear in both the main deck and the leader deck. Yeah, okay. So, one. Do we have it all? Yeah. Alright, so we'll put this in our life area, or I guess put it in the Dawn deck over here. Since this is where one piece of Dawn goes. Got two people. And we're not going to be using the Dawn deck for anything for obvious reasons. So, we'll do it like that. We are gonna need some energy counters. So we'll go ahead and put that there for now. And I need the one from the Tom deck for this. I really should figure out what I'm like fucking getting some of those, just fucking writing them down number wise. Alright? Alright, you guys say anything. So put the dice on your side. And I'll just start shuffling. Yeah, no, two-player mat makes it really difficult, and also you kind of have to get your opponent to agree on the premise of using the same mat, because they might not be interested in using your play mat, which is the other reason. Because I actually did take this mat to the first tournament I went to after I won, but there were a lot of people there, and I was like, I don't really feel like walking around and moving my mat around left and right, fucking having to deal with people's fucking, like, you know, like, hey, like, I got a two-player mat, let's use this, etc., etc. I think it's a lot more useful for more couch co-op or more scenes. Your opponent will be like, ew, anime titties. It's like, oh, no, we're playing the One Piece card game, ew, women. no, so this is Nami's Altart in the base game. This is a Robin Altart that came out for a tournament recently, but this was in the game from the very start. So I don't know. Actually, I think this is literally Nami's Altart because I think the blue sky is in her background and that flower petal thing is in her background. I think they literally just took this playmat and put it in the cards. Nico's best girl. Weakness. All right, this is for. Well, actually, you don't need a 10-sided die anymore actually because you no longer have the effect of randomly destroying a card. So I don't even need this for your deck anymore. Probably for the best to simplify and streamline the effects a little bit. All right. I'm not like Kyle. I'm not used to working on my knees. I'm pretty sure these are the wrong. No, the opening's over there. Yeah, no, this is I don't think there is a 10 version of Nico Robin actually in the game. I think even the Miss All Sunday is a little 10, I guess. Because there is a Miss All Sunday version of the character, but I think the actual Nico Robin cards are all the more white-skinned version of her. But I do believe the Miss All Sunday version is 10. Well, that depends on what version of the art you get, because one's light skinned and one's tan. But I think the new version coming out is supposed to be tanned. Oh no, I wasn't crazy. Fucking some of these cards are facing the wrong way. Weird. Alright, shouldn't really matter. Alright. Go ahead and get 5 cards here. And we'll see how it goes. Yeah, these cards are fucking worthless. We'll stick with these 3. Alright. I wonder if I should have it to where you draw the cards first and then you shuffle. Alright. Yeah, that is exactly why I think we should do draw first, then shuffle, because I just got the exact same cards back into my hand. Well, technically I had to play it out, but yeah. Or I guess maybe I'm just shuffling like trash. Alright. Let's see here. Wow, this is... Oh, this is a rough shuffle. I will... Alright. I'll shuffle these 2 back in. Hopefully I don't pull the exact same cards again. Alright, 1, 2. Alright, high roll 2, high roll 1. Alright, Reaper will go first. Actually, you'll need a 20-sided die actually for those purposes. And it's the, oh, it's not the exact same hand. Holy shit, I was about to say it's the exact same hand again. Alright, so for now, you don't have any counters. Reaper does not draw. Reaper gains 1. I play this card for 1. I activate Reaper's effect to destroy this card. Where's, oh, your actual deck should be there. Your trash is there. And because I destroyed my own card, I can summon a Blessed Soul or an Angel or Reaper faction ally from your hand or deck with a cost 2 or higher. So, not only that, but he has destroyed a card. So, now he's already at level 1 for his level up condition. So I can summon a 3-cost. I can summon a 3-cost or lower. But I don't think there are any 3 costs in the deck, are there? No, there's just a 2-cost. Is it 2 cost or higher? Okay, yeah, so we can't actually summon anything because there's no 3 costs. So we'll just go ahead and summon a Blessed Soul that should cost 3. We'll go ahead and put that there. And we will end our turn there. So Alexander starts. Draw 1. And we have no play this turn, so we will pass. You're at 3. Draw 1. All right. So we'll actually tribute this card for 3 to play Liminal Sound of the West at 6 for 3. Activate his effect, kill Liminal Sound of the West, which now puts me at 2 counters, and I get to summon an 8 cost from my deck.
Well, I decided to watch my fucking pen.
Did she?
I worked fucking yesterday. Knowing fucking well that I go to Grupo de fucking Oración.
You don't want the overversion over there to check just in case?
Huh?
Oh, no. I'm streaming right now. Swing for 5 at Alexander. Rest. Swing for 7 at Alexander because he can't activate his effect anyway, so we have to take that hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so this card does get summoned. So we only take 5 damage. Oh, actually, wait. So I actually forgot. That card has a new effect. We actually get to play this landmark at the start of the game. Gosh darn it, why are the cards fucking set up like this? Hang on. Okay, so we get to play Hot Springs. We'll go ahead and put that there. Hang on. I'm just going to make all these fucking cards right side up. This is bothering the fuck out of me. This is most likely because when they fell over, when I put them back in the same pile, it didn't work out so well. Alright, so are they all back in order? Alright, they're all back in order. Alright. Oh, man, responding to me, that's weird. Okay, so that attack went through, but she gives Alexander 2 forbidden fruits. So Alexander is now at 2 forbidden fruit counters. Which is gonna mean fuck all. Alright. So, end turn. Alexander is now at 4. Draw 1. I guess it's the only play I have. Alright. So for a cost of 2, we're going to play Showing Off, giving Alexander Fisher and +2, and giving him 2 forbidden fruit counters. So I will go ahead and swing. He should be standing. I'll swing at Black Blade of the East. I will take that hit. Also, he summoned 2 Great Reapers, technically. And then I will pay the 4 to restand him, and I'll swing 7 at life. Do I counter? The second hot spring is on the field. Didn't Alexander give... No, I forgot to give him the hot spring at the start. There's only 1 on the field right now. So, okay, 7 damage. 1, 2, 3. Alright, trigger. So this card is summoned. And she doesn't really have an effect this turn. So we will end turn there because we have nothing else to do. And we will draw 1. And we are now at, so you started at 1, you were at 3 last turn, you are now 5. So, yeah, you're already at 2 for sure. We'll go ahead and play this card for 4. I'm pretty sure we've summoned... Actually, no, that levels him up, yeah, because that's 4 Great Reapers summoned. There we go. All right. And now I can activate his effect, target 1 card on the field and destroy it. Actually, in this case, I will target this one, destroy her, because by destroying her, I get to summon... Where is he? You onto the field. And because if I recall correctly, because now it was destroyed, I can draw 1 card. So hopefully, I do not draw a trigger. No trigger, thank goodness. Alright, is that still once per turn effect? It is. Alright. Well, you did not heal off that. So, we'll go ahead and swing for 7 at lead. I will choose to block that. She is destroyed. However, she is removed from the game now because of the effects of the, we'll put it over here, of the Reaper. His effect will activate when a card is destroyed. I can, let me see which one I can actually do, because she costed 2. Is someone Acolyte with equal or less cost? Yeah, okay, so I actually will activate his effect to summon a card, and we'll summon Blessed Angel. We'll go ahead and swing for 5 at Alexander. Do I counter that? No. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Trigger. So 5. All right. Swing for 3 at life. Trigger right away. So now I have 3 landmarks on the field, but it means fuck all because they don't give any trigger. And all right, we will end our turn. Restand. Alexander's now at 6. Draw 1. Yeah. All right, it's my only play. Pay 6. Alexander to strike the Reaper. Reaper gets destroyed. He mills 4 to trigger. So summon the Reaper for a cost of 8 or less. And we'll summon her back onto the field. We will not activate his effect to heal because we have no reason to. And I can't do anything. All right, end turn. Draw. Restand. We are currently at 7 now. So we'll play this landmark for 6. And we'll go ahead and add a Blade of the East to our hand. We'll activate his effect, perma-killing her. Oh, actually, wait. There should be a second one in my grave, right? I think I already perma-killed it before. To summon, and actually we'll activate his effect as well in response to that as well. To summon another one of him. There we go. Yep. And now we can heal back for a cost of 8. Although we only have 6 cards. I'm just gonna make the ruling now that damage triggers cannot be put back into the deck. And swing for 8 at Alexander. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that one actually gets a trigger off. Right? Trigger. Oh, that one can't go through. Swing for 7 at Alexander. Block. Destroyed. Swing for 3 at Alexander's life. 1, 2, 3. Yep. I do not remember where I said in the message, remove the mana cost from the Reaper's ability at level 1. This motherfucker literally leveled up. Only Tom gets benefits from cards being destroyed. Okay, well, oh fuck it, I have no fucking reason not to. Swing for 8 at life. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, actually, wait, that's a trigger. Play cost this turn. Target one out, plays card effect. Okay, so it's not in his grave, so that means nothing. Alright. Alright, end turn. Stand. I'm at now 8. I draw 1. Alright, I end turn. I have no fucking plays in my hand. Draw 1. Restand, restand, restand. I can now draw from my leader deck. You are now at 9. I have not been keeping track about cards destroyed, but you're probably by this point at like You're at least at 6. Alright, swing for 8. I will counter for 16, destroying it. I will use this effect to heal it back into my deck. That also makes him, we're going to assume at 9 now. Swing for 9. It's not the massive spam you do, or the massive spam, dude. All I got was one Blessed Angel off. Okay, so swing for 9. I cannot counter that, so Alexander gets rested. Swing for 7. Damage trigger, summon onto the field, activate his effect, destroy her. Fucking literally, I guess I can summon a 4 cost, so we'll go ahead and summon a 4 cost from the grave. Or from the deck. Swing for 5 at Alexander. 1, 2, 3. Damage trigger again. Swing for 8 at Alexander. 1. Damage trigger. Plays card's effect. Does not work on the card that was destroyed. I'm going to have to buff that card probably. And swing for 3 at Alexander because there's no reason not to. Damage trigger actually played. Alright. And turn. We're at 10 now. Draw 1. I don't even think I can level him up. Yeah. Yeah, no, because you're only going to be reduced to... Yeah. I've lost. Yeah, there's no way I can come back from this. Because you only look at top 5 cards of the deck. Well, no, I can tribute. Well, it's not going to matter. He has no forbidden fruit counters on him. Alright, let's see how it goes. Pay for 3. That gives Alexander 3 forbidden fruit counters. But we're going to destroy her because she's fucking worthless this matchup. And give him 6. And during this effect, we can take a look at the top 5 cards of our deck. Alright, we'll go ahead and add her. It's not going to matter because she'll just be destroyed this turn anyways. ¡Mujer! Yo además tengo como 2 cosas ahí. Yo no saqué todavía. Alright, that was me at 7. So I guess theoretically this will level him up. Alright, so now you get 5. So you are now at 11. And now Alexander levels up, but it's not going to matter because he doesn't have Fisher. So that's my entire turn right there. Yeah, this is exactly why level 2 is supposed to have fucking Fisher. What do I do now? All right. I guess. Well, no, you're only at 6, and there's no ride going on or anything like that. I guess I can swing for a lead fucking 3 times. All right, swing for 6 at Reaper. That's not my deck. Okay, I actually can't block that. I'll go ahead and block that for 6. Where's the trash pile? There's the trash pile. Reaper doesn't even have a trash pile. Extend Alexander for 3, 8. Swing at Reaper. I cannot block that, so damage trigger. Reduce damage to take by 1. Alright. 5. Swing at Reaper again. 1, 2. Damage trigger again. So now he will only do 4 damage. Restand again for 2. Roll for 3, but where's the 2 at? You think I would know how to find now? Swing again. 1, 2. Damage trigger. Summon a Great Reaper. Alright. Cost of 8 or less. Alright, we'll go ahead and replace this one. Summon him. When summoned, can you destroy a 7 cost or lower? Yep. Alright, we discard 1 card. And not like it matters. Maria is destroyed. End turn. Restand. Draw 1. And just swing for game because I have no counter power. So, first one 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they swing for game. I'm going to give it another shot because my starting hand had no plays whatsoever. But there is no fucking way my message told you make the Reaper's level 1 effect cost 0 mana. That man has no bad plays. There is no fucking way I typed that in. I knew damn well what the fuck this guy's ability was like. Still, the changes seem fine for the most part, at least for the other cards, although they weren't really applying pressure this game. So, we'll put him back here, over here. Alright. The worst part is that the Reaper has useless cards in his deck for the most part. There are some very situational combos in here, but it doesn't even matter. Alright. Try again with the older version, then see how it goes. It was weird you didn't have any plays 1 in your hand. Hang on. My legs. My legs. Maybe I should lie down instead of fucking being on my knees the whole time. No, I'm gonna give it another shot with the new version before I decide to just go back to the other version. Oh, fuck. That one. Let me just sit down real quickly. Yeah, we are not staying on our knees for the next one. We are going to be lying on our side 100%. Not even going to try that again. These feel sore as fuck. Fuck. It's because, again, I'm not like Kyle. I'm not used to being on my knees. Son of a bitch. You guys can't see it, but I'm fucking stretching. I think the other problem is that Alexander's going to need another trigger in his deck because the whole point of the whole reason the Reaper has fucking 4 triggers in his deck is because he has 1 less unit. So if Alexander's going to lose 2 units, one of Alexander's cards has to become a new trigger. And it'll probably be a unit because Alexander can only have 3 on the field, and if you don't get something in your starting hand, he desperately needs a way to start getting shit out there. But for sure, Restoration needs a buff. Restoration is going to be... I don't want to hit like this, but Restoration is going to take priority over Permadeath and be like, if any card was destroyed, including Permadeath, bring it back this turn on Restoration. Restoration only works on the turn it's summoned and played. It can fucking... It's fine if it hits Permadeath. Lore-wise, it hits Permadeath, so this should be fucking fair enough. It's only on that turn. If I make it just a generic revive, then it would only hit the graveyard. But if it's only on that turn, I think it's fair to like fucking make it fucking bypass Permadeath. Okay, I think I'm fine. Don't judge me, chat, for how I fucking lie down. You guys can't even see me. I think I actually forgot to keep counting the fucking forbidden fruits Irene actually gives. Alright, let's make sure these are all lined up before I fucking put them in. Alright. We're just going to leave the landmark out because we're going to have to summon it anyways. So no reason to reshuffle it in. Let's see, that right there is why you're supposed to have Fisher on level 2. Because that fucking shit right there, there was no smart play there. I checked down, yeah, you were right, the change was first level for Archangel. My defense due, I did send the cards, he told me it was alright. So, I'm not gonna blame you 100%, but you have to understand, when you send me the cards, I just look at the new shit and I move on with my day. Because I assume, like, you more or less got the right idea across. I mean, yeah, I guess I'll double check it in the future. Because, again, I didn't even notice you took out Fisher for Alexander's level 2. Because I don't recall telling you to do that. But, again, we'll see how it goes again. If push comes to shove, we'll just revert this one back to its level 1 version. Because, I mean, yeah, it's a little more fair. Yeah, because then you can't just fucking spam it on level 1. Alright, let's reshuffle. That's on me. I'll definitely double check in the future whenever you send me like changes to the cards to make sure that everything's up to point. That's on me. This is the only card game I've had an experience with a hard shuffling is actually fucking somehow worse than normal shuffling. I need to build this game up in a digital card fucking game mode. So that way fucking I can actually fucking do shit. Oh, well, alright, this is gonna be a... Alright, it's gonna be a fucking easy fucking setup. Alright. Okay. Nice. Bro, seriously? A fucking game? I don't fucking understand. I don't fucking understand. Alright, whatever. One, alright. 3, alright. You go first. And then 1. Say a crocosy. Alright. Play this one for 1. Uses effect. Kill it. Summon a level 3 Blessed Soul. And pass. Alright, you are at 2. Draw 1. Okay, well, I guess I could technically play you. So, play you. Give him 2 Forbidden Fruit counters. End turn. Draw 1. Stand for 3. Tribute for 3. Summon him. Activate his effect. Destroy. Actually, no. That's the wrong play, actually. Destroying her, or destroying him, is the smarter play, because that gets me into her. And now, actually, yeah, I already declared her, but I should have brought out the other one. The other one was the smarter play, actually. So you've already summoned fucking 3 Forbidden Reapers. No, you've summoned 2. This is your second one, yeah. Okay, so swing for 6 at lead. Let me see here. I guess I'll do it now. Camera Forbidden Harem, destroying her. So technically, you're only with effect, right? Yeah, so you are at 1 with effect currently. No, you are at 2 with effect. Well, and I have no reason. Yeah, I have no reason to swing because I can just kill her next turn to get fucking solutions off. Alright, end turn. Alright, I draw. And now 4. For 3. Okay, so the card you changed, you may summon a Blessed Soul or an Angel or Reaper faction ally from your hand or deck with the 2 cost higher than the destroyed unit. So because of this card's effect, you can hit Blessed Soul on turn 1. It becomes 3. The Cowboy guy costs 6, so you can tribute the Blessed Soul to get the Cowboy guy out on turn 2, and then you can kill the Cowboy guy to summon any of the 8 costs you get a hold of. The smarter play would have been to play the other 8 cost card to kill her, but this is exactly why I didn't want this guy's effect being free specifically. Because if it's free, you can just immediately turbo out your entire deck strategy like this. No, I'm watching Bros at Fortnite. Hello, Bubble Channel. No, it's not. If you've never been here before, thanks for stopping by, but like you're probably not gonna be interested. So yeah, it's fine. I didn't even get here actually. I've never seen you before. Yeah, all right. So then, fuck it. Swing for 5. Will I counter that? No, it's fine. All right. Swing for 5. 1. Counter or trigger. Actually, I need to take the Blessed Soul out of there. Actually, that doesn't belong in the trash. There we go. We'll put the Blessed Souls over here. Alright, so then you... none of these fucking plays feel fucking good. Alright. I'll tribute her. Summon her for 3. Leave me at 1. Because of her effect, I'll Forbidden Harem back to my hand. Alexander gets an additional 4. So he was at 2. So he's now at 6. Is there even any fucking good play here? Nope. Well, there's no point. Swing for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because of the trigger from earlier. No, because so the way you worded it is summon a Blessed Soul or an Angel or Reaper faction ally from your hand or deck with a 2 cost or higher than the destroyed unit. So because it destroyed the 1 cost, it's looking for a 3 cost card, or it summons a 3 cost card. So this would summon a 3 cost off its effect on turn 1, because there's no other 3 costs in the deck to look for. So you would just summon the Blessed Angel and you would go into the Reaper. But it still wouldn't really matter. It will only slow you by a turn, because even if it goes up to 2... Actually, no, because you could still play the Reaper on the second turn, activate its effect, go into the Cowboy guy, and then on the next turn, you just go into one of the 8 costs, and you still summon it, and you still get your, level up off. So, alright, I won my turn there, because there's nothing else to do. Alright. Alright, ¿qué tal buen tiempo? Oh. Pues que tal buen tiempo. Alright, so we've currently only summoned 2 of the Reapers so far. So we're currently at 5. So I'll go ahead and summon for 4 another Great Reaper. I will activate his effect to kill her, and that allows me to summon a 7 cost, but there is no 7 cost. Or do we have 7 costs in this deck or no? We do not. So that means we now summon a 7 cost Blessed Angel. And now your effect is at 3. And now we will swing for 5 at lead. I will. What do you? You don't even count as anything, do you? Yeah, you don't even count as anything. Okay. Trigger. Okay, so we can actually replay this card because it was destroyed this turn. So that gives Alexander 10. And that allows me to add her back to my hand. All right, that's not too bad. All right, well, you can't attack that. You have no power. So I'll just end my turn there. All right, clutch play, clutch trigger. 6. Draw 1. Okay, we've already played her. That's sister. Do we not have a... No, we don't have one. Fuck. All right. Do we have any other play in hand? I guess I think it's the only one we have. All right. Play this cost for a cost of 5. She gives Alexander 5 forbidden fruit counters. Oh, actually, wait. No, I can do something here, actually. Hang on a minute. So we're at 15, actually. So... yeah, okay, never mind. I actually have a chance here. Okay, because now I contribute her for a cost of 2 to summon Maria, and Maria gives Alexander 5 forbidden fruit counters. So I have not attacked with him yet. I don't know why he's rested. That puts me at 20, which means I can multi-hit 5 times this turn. Sweet. Rest her to give him +3. And now, so first we swing at the Reaper. We block that? We will not block that for 5. All right, so 1. No, it's for 8. All right, we'll trigger anyways. So, all right. Now, first one, swing again for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Trigger. So that stopped at 5. Now he can only do 7. Restand for the second time. So, okay, so first one goes from 2016. We are now at 12. And we swing again for 8, dealing 7 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, trigger again. Now Alexander can only do 6 damage. We'll restand again for going down to 8. Swing again at life. Trigger. All right, you have now leveled up for sure by this point. You are still rested. All right. Going down to 4. 1, trigger. And 1 last restand again for 0, which will level him up, but I think the attack goes first, then levels up. Okay, welcome back, Bubble. Not sure why you're here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, clean hit there. You level up. Yeah. All right, and there's no point doing this. So swing for 7 at lead, but it's only going to do 5 damage, and that is a trigger. Summon a Great Reaper from the graveyard for a cosplay or less. Okay, Bubble, I don't know if you're a actual individual person or not, because I'm used to people trolling me with alt accounts. You seem kind of like a troll, so I don't really know if we should take you seriously or not. We'll go and summon him. She reduces by 2. She also reduces by 2, so that's reducing by 4. And because they reduce very Great Reaper on the field, that's an extra 2 more. Well, actually, technically 3. Yeah, so we can activate as a second effect to discard 2 to destroy a 2 mana cost or lower. So we'll go ahead and discard this card, and we'll destroy both of these characters. All right, and you're rested actually. Yeah, all right, so I have my turn there. Reaper should be at, I believe, 7 now. Draw 1. And now we can draw into our leader deck, which we did not shuffle. Not like it matters, because we can actually just start swinging. Swing for 6. Do I counter that? I will counter that, actually. 16. Destroy it. I get to draw 1 because of the Reaper's effect. Swing for 7. I will not. I will take that hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Trigger. Summon it. Activate his effect. Permanent that destroy this. Summon a. I'll actually summon a Blessed Soul at the cost of 4. I really need to remember to keep track of how many cards fucking die in this game. So, swing for 7. I will take that hit. 1. Trigger. Play it. That needs to give some benefit to being played. Swing for 5. I'll take it. 1, 2, 3. Trigger. Actually, so she's been summoned twice now, so that gives Alexander 4 Forbidden Fruit counters. I need to remember to do that. Alright. Alright, that kills my attack. Is there anything else I can do here? What card game is that? It's a custom card game, Ollie. I'm trying to make my own custom TCG. You came out at 4, so I can tribute you actually for 1 to summon you onto the field. I still don't really have a good play this turn. I have no choice. Swing for 6, block it. Oh, I really remember to use this fucking landmark more often. I actually could have done some plays here. Fuck it. Swing for 8. I'll take that hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, play this one. Trigger. And well, that's all I can do. End my turn. Currently at 4. I'm going to have to shuffle this because this is actually in the wrong angle. Oh, actually, I need to get back on my fucking side. I need to remember to shuffle the fucking leader decks. Alright. Go ahead and draw 1. We are currently at 8 now. Okay. You're still... Again, I can't tell if you're genuine or not, man. I'm sorry. Like, I'm usually chill about it. You just talk like people who I'm familiar with. And I don't know if, like, you're just being, like, a troll or not, man. So I am sorry if you are being sincere. It's just, hasn't been exactly too chill on the channel. Yeah, man, so I won this at a tournament, bro. It's the only mat I have. I'm playing on the floor. I get what you're saying, but I mean, I won it at a tournament for the One Piece card game, so I mean, it's gonna see some use somewhere. Okay, I'll pay this for a cost of 5. So we go from 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll summon 2 tokens onto the field for a cost of 6. And then we'll go ahead and pay 2 to get 2 Forbidden Fruit counters on Alexander. Which, fuck, I really need to learn how to look at a 6-sided die more properly. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm still just playtesting it with some other people. I'm just, I have to update the cards every now and again, so it's just me testing out the updated cards before I make other people playtest it. Okay, so, well, we have no reason not to attack directly, so just swing for 6 at life. Do I counter? I have no counter options, so we will take that hit. 1, 2, 3, trigger. We will go ahead and summon her over this one. Swing for 6 again. 1, 2, 3. Trigger. We can summon another 8 cost or lower. So we'll go ahead and summon. We'll summon him over him. There is no card currently on the field that can't be destroyed by his effect, so we'll activate his effect. Imagine being that creative. Wait, costume TCG? Maybe costume TCG. Alright, we'll discard this card to destroy these 2 because they don't have a cost to begin with. Actually, Yes. Do they cost anything? No, because they're just summoned. So, not exactly the best play, but okay. We'll go ahead and swing for 6. And I cannot stop that. So, trigger. Is that our summon? That isn't our summon, actually. Can we summon? Is it a Great Reaper only? It is a Great Reaper only. I don't think I have any Great Reaper blockers currently. I do not. And we're not destroying anything, so I guess we'll just... shit, we don't really have a good summon play this turn, so we'll just send him back and summon her. I'll see him put some instructions on telling them where to put, like, here goes your main deck. Yeah, then they put some instructions that better know how to play Pokemon cards. Currently, we're finalizing the game right now. Once that's finalized, I'll make like an actual video discussing how it plays. I played trading card games enough, and I thought I'd make my own. We live in an era where that's viable. Swing again for 6. 1, 2, 3. One last trigger. Fuck it, we'll summon this one. And we can multi-hit one last time. Swing for 6. 1, 2. Alright, there are no cards left in the Reaper's deck. So if I can't win next turn or heal back in next turn, we are screwed. Alright, end turn. Restand. No cards to draw from here. Draw one from the leader deck. Is what I would say, but I actually do have a play. I'm going to activate his effect to kill Lady Death, and because I killed her, I can activate his effect to heal back 8 cards from my trash pile, not including triggers, into my deck. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 2 cards stuck together. Damn it. 6, 7, and we'll go ahead and just put this card in here. 8. And I think I'll make it random shuffling later on, but for the purpose of this one, it's fine. All right, we are now at 10, if I'm not mistaken. All right, we did just kill a card, so we can, when an opponent's ally card on the field is destroyed. No, it's only when the opponent's ally card is destroyed. For shame. I really need to keep track of. Oh. I need to start keeping track of how many cards die on the fucking field. Damn it. I keep forgetting I need to keep that in check. Pay this cost for 8. Activating his effect. I'll pop her for 4. She's destroyed. And I get to summon a 4 cost from my deck or a Blessed Soul. I will do neither because my board's already full. You belong over here. So, fuck, let me think about it. I have so many questions like, are you going to sell these online? Are these cards original? Will there be rare cards? Will it cost more than my mortgage? Okay. Yes, eventually I plan to sell them online. Are the card arts original? This is all original artwork. Yes. It is a little, it is a little bit weebish, a little bit anime-esque style, so keep that in mind. Will there be rare cards? I don't necessarily plan on making it the way current card games are. I don't like the booster box setup. Well, it's not a problem keeping track of destruction. It's just that I keep forgetting that monster's power is based on destruction. I need more 20-sided die. Hang on. I need more counters for fucking destruction. I need more 20-sided dies. Alright, we got our 20-sided die for now. Alright. Because there's no way this is going to go higher than 20. If it does, then, probably nothing can stop it anyways. I'll have to keep this in mind for the next fucking go-around. Yeah, currently we have 3 decks done. There won't be booster boxes when I start selling it. It'll just be starter decks. And then, support, cards later on. But not the way the current booster box system is done for most card games. Because I think that's very predatory in nature. And I don't think that really helps anybody out when you have to spend fucking hundreds of dollars to get cards you want. I'm just gonna assume it's at 10, just for the sake of fairness, but I'm pretty sure it's probably either less or a little more. Okay, where's my deck? Your hand is here. Okay.
That is 8. That is 10. Oh, why not? Okay, swing for 7 at lead. I will take that hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, trigger. Play his card. Stopped early. Swing for 10 at lead. I will go ahead and discard this card for 16, blocking the attack, killing it. That should be flipped like this. That is not the deck. That technically procs his effect, but it's only once per turn. So yeah, we already did that. Swing for 8 at lead. We'll take that hit. 1, 2. Was any card destroyed this turn? We have a trigger effect so the damage stops, but did any card get destroyed this turn or not? I don't think it did. I don't think you tracked that as well. It's a little easier when you're playing by yourself or when you're playing with someone else. 6 at lead. 1, 2. Trigger again. And you're technically at +6, so we'll just, or you're at +2, so we'll just move for 6. Trigger, play that one. Alexander gets now 2 forbidden fruit counters. All right, and I in turn, that's all I can really do. I restand, draw 1 from here, draw 1 from here. If you're doing booster packs, how many cards will be in each? I'm not really doing booster packs in the way you're probably thinking of booster packs. All right, so we'll pay this card for 9. So we're at 1. And we will go ahead and summon. Currently right now, I think it's, what's the current card name we're working with? Is it Clashing Souls or Clashing Destinies currently? All right, so we'll go ahead. She gives Alexander 8 forbidden fruit counters. So that's going to put him at 10. And now we can just, well, we can just swing for 6. Can I block that? I cannot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Swing for 5. Mill the rest. Swing for 16. And ends game. What the fuck is a fucking Pokemon power-up pack? That sounds sick. Thank you, Ollie. Appreciate it. Hopefully I'll be able to get like a web browser set up soon so I can have other people try it. Currently right now it's just me and my illustrator trying it. Okay, so that was a little more fair, but I need to move this somewhere else because I am not enjoying lying down like this. Because I still have another deck to test out with these new changes, so where the hell can I move this shit? Hang on. I need to find somewhere, I guess I could move it back to the original spot. It's going to be a little cramped though. But it's better than me fucking with my knees. Son of a gun. I'll move back to the original. Hang on. Yeah, because like I just got a bunch of prototypes done, or a bunch of prototypes I had to change up. This is like the third set of cards I've had to change up for this game. I'm not too sure what examples you're giving over there in Ewan. Hang on, gotta clear this out a little bit. Okay, so we'll give it one more go around with. We'll put Alexander against the against Tom's deck now, since we already did one with the Reaper. All right, let me just move these cards over here.
gun. Not a lot of space over here, but it is easier on my knees. Yeah, I know. The only problem is that we've already changed several cards over the course of these past, like, I think we've worked on this now for like 2 months now. I want to say you're absolutely right. We do need outside perspectives to see what the cards are like. The only problem is that I'm trying to get the game in a good enough condition and finalizing the rules first before I have a random person test it out. I already have some friends who play card games who could help out with that, but I gotta kind of drag them kicking and screaming to do anything. So it's like, won't be easy. I insist Kyle has to give it a shot. Well, there are two people who like are friends, but like who like could like give a. Is this the Reaper deck or yes, the Reaper deck? Hang on. Put that there. I gotta put my mat away for now, so that way it doesn't get damaged. The only clashing destiny is what's happening. Unfortunately, I don't know where to put this plane mat. It's all a lot of fucking. I'll put it over here for now, I think. Hopefully, later on, I'll be able to buy somewhere to actually put it. I was gonna say, if you'd like, since you're here, I can show you what the card art looks like. It's a little easier to see the card art, at this juncture. Where's the right? That should be in his. Wait, no, where's the other one? Yeah, currently not all the pieces are in. Right, yours is here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we currently only have 3 decks done. We're trying to get a few like play styles involved first before we move any further. That being said, again, I still do need to get some outside people to test it out a little bit to see how it actually plays. Hang on, yeah, I was gonna say I need to make. Unfortunately, I made the mistake of making all the cards the same sleeve for this deck, so I have to get rid of the hero deck cards first and foremost. That's weird. That's good. Looks like this is good. Cool. How do you guys even? I wonder how do you guys even end up on those like streams? Because there was the other guy earlier. Yeah, not a lot of space on this area, unfortunately. So it's gonna be a little bit of a hassle. And you actually also have to keep track of cards being destroyed. We'll do it like this. Yeah, I played quite a few card games, and I was like, yeah. Don't have a question. Do you talk about Zero Wag? The matchup with Tim Alexander told me something fun. Well, let's see how it goes. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be like a win for Tom overall. We'll see. Actually, we'll do it like this. I'll move you out of the way for now. Wait, hang on. I'm big into Pokemon cards, so I'm just randomly got your stream I recommended. Oh, nice. he still here? No, he's dead. Alright. This deck has a few more moving parts in it, so I have to move stuff around. I do have a table, but the table's a little too messy right now to play on. So I'll have to reshuffle the cards. Let me see if I can get a solid angle for this one. Yeah, it's gonna be a little smaller, unfortunately, but that's probably gonna be as good as it's gonna get when it comes to the angle. Pokemon's a card game I've very recently learned about the freaking rules for, but I have not actually attempted to play it myself. Gotta do your 8-pile shuffle. Because with Pokemon, it's like it's one unit battling, right? The entire time? It's not like multiple units. And then you gotta go through the entire roster in order to determine who wins, kind of like the actual game. Did you say anyone? Oh, that's great, Ollie. That means we might get lucky with tutorial video for reaching more people. I can also test the game in our TCG groups. I currently have one is ready. Yeah, first let's get more or less as much feedback as we can first before we start putting it out there. I'm trying to have 4 starter decks to work with, or 4 main starter decks to work with. He's working on his own that we're gonna also put in, but for the most part, it should be just 4 at the start, maybe 5 depending on how it goes, and then we'll go from there. I just don't really like the whole booster. You technically don't need a counter, but you'll need it for how many cards are destroyed. All right, so unfortunately, it's a little cramped, but that's okay. Well, anywhere else to put it. Alright, we'll start with this one first. Actually not a terrible hand, but I'm gonna put that card back in to mulligan 1. And hopefully I don't pull the exact same card again. I did not. Alright, cool. And you actually, I need to reshuffle your deck actually. That one. Pokemon works more on prize card mechanics. Then where you beat Pokemon, you get a prize card that's added to your hand, so you get 6. I live near a nerd shop. They sell. I'll just move this up for now. You guys don't need to see them. You guys don't need to see it set up. I live near a card shop. They sell Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic Gathering, action figures, retro console, and Lego. The guy is super nice, and he gave me a free Japanese Pokemon card because I spent so much money there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I live near 2 local trading card game shops, and I spent so much money there. Yeah, it can add up real quick. I play Digimon a little bit. I'm not the biggest fan of Digimon. I play One Piece. I play Yu-Gi-Oh on and off. I have 10 Yu-Gi-Oh decks. I just don't play competitively. And I also play Card Fight Vanguard, if you've heard of that one. That's the more obscure one. And technically make it my own. But yeah, I spent maybe a slightly unhealthy amount of money. Maybe. And I just spent so much time playing card games and doing them. I write books and stuff, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just try to make my own card game. Let's see how it goes. And yeah. All right. I think it's kind of like, when you eat food all the time or something like that, and then you decide one day, I want to be the one, trying to cook. Yeah, supporting your local TCG and the cards that out of my hand. So, these aren't necessarily real cards. They are paper cutouts with other cards put behind them. You might have noticed in the other part of the stream, there were One Piece card backs. So I'm still designing the cards overall. Alright. Yeah, so I'll work out a card back and actual fucking playmat to work with. Ideally, I'll have that done soon, but I also got to design the 4 decks still. Alright, we'll go ahead and get started over here. Can you guys see that all right? That's gonna be about as good as it gets. What did I end up with my hand? Oh, actually, okay. So Alexander starts with a hot spring card. So I'll just add another card to my hand because that card started to be on the field to begin with. Alright, so Alexander rolls 3. Tom rolls 4. Tom will go first. You don't draw on turn 1. I'll use Tom's effect to play this card for free. I'm gonna need more space actually. Can you guys see me put that card down or no? Okay, yeah. So let me put my units back here because Tom can have 5 units. So that might be a little confusing. Alexander can only have 3. So let me see if I can't push this back a little bit. There we go. That should help out a little bit. Yeah, because different leaders have different unit counts. So I'll play this for free with Tom's effect. And then I can do nothing else this turn because Tom is better on evens. So on my turn there, Alexander starts. Alexander draws 1. Es porque fucking no hay ninguna cosa sentarme allí. Uh-huh. There's no real player for Alexander this turn, so we'll go ahead and pass. Tom's currently at 3. Draw 1. Alright. We'll play this card for 2 on top of her. Put her back to my hand, reduce her cost by 2, so I play her for free. And I'll use Tom's effect to play another one for free. And I will swing at Alexander for 5. I will take that hit. We don't need these dice yet. And I will now swing for 2 at Alexander. I will take 2 damage to my life. Trigger. I summon her, giving Alexander 2 forbidden fruit counters. There we go. I'll put this dice over here for now. And so she's at 5 currently. Yeah, why not? I'll swing for 2. I will actually take that hit because there's no reason for me to block it. Alright. Who's out on those cards?
Puppets.
6. And I'll go ahead and swing for 5. I'll block that one, and this card is destroyed along with this card. So Tom has lost 1 unit, so he's a little bit closer to his level up condition. And alright, I will pass. Draw 1. I am currently now at 4. You could put the front of the card on top of a bulk Pokemon card and the back on the back of the same card. Makes it feel sturdy. I'll keep that in mind for next time. Because I do have one more deck to get through. Alright. We'll play her for a cost of 3. She gives Alexander 3 forbidden fruit counters. So we'll put her at 5. Or I'll put Alexander at 5. Alexander is restanded. And I get to look at the top 5 cards in my deck. And I get to add 1 forbidden fruit card. Let me take a look at what I have. Okay, so sister and family has been summoned. Alright, yeah. So we'll go ahead and we'll add this card to my hand. Technically, we have to reshuffle the deck based off her effect.
Mira, open my card.
Sí.
Ya no.
¿Qué tal un tiempo, Oma?
Ah, pues necesito tener más trabajo.
Entiendo eso, Oma.
¿Tú crees? Ni siquiera tengo para comer.
Alexander's at 5. Why is he at 13? Yeah, he's at 5. Cool. Alright. We'll go ahead and sim with her for 3 at Tom. Will I take that hit? Currently we have 2 units. Yeah, I'll take that hit. Platica!
Ese Fabián que lave sus chingadas leyes porque no está trabajando. Y la otra, Josué, le dices que están saliendo mosquitos de esta porquería y no la arreglaron. De las pinches papas y que no las tires hacia la basura, que las pongan.
Mujer, yo ya los dije, los digo otra vez, pero ¿por qué tú no los dices? Estaba aquí en la mañana.
Porque vamos a salir, nomás ya te he dicho.
Ya, pero si tú te quedas con él lo hace.
No, no lo hace. Ayer cuando me fui le dije que subiera las ventanas del carro y no las subió bien y no las salió.
Está bien, los digo otra vez. Buena suerte. ¿Cómo que perdón? ¿Estoy diciendo que va a pasar? Ay, ay, ay. Alright. We'll swing 5 at the back row card here. Killing it. That puts Tom at 2. Sorry, my brother doesn't do a good job of cleaning up after himself currently. And we'll go ahead and we will end our turn there. Draw one. Do we have a target for this or no? We do actually. All right, cool. So Tom started, so he's at 5 now. Restand. Make it official sleeve by just slapping your logo on the official Pokemon sleeve wool. Hi, everyone's going to stream, watch something early in the morning because I can't sleep. Hello, Andromeda. Okay, we're going to go ahead and train this card over her for 2, which lets us get a Helen from our grave. So we will add this card to our grave. And you get endurance. We'll go ahead and swing for 5 at Alexander. I will take that hit. 1, 2, trigger. All right, trigger doesn't work, but the damage stops. Swing for 5 with Tom. I'll take that hit again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and because of that, she gets to restand herself. And we'll go ahead and swing again for lead at 5. This time I will counter, however, for 16, killing the card. And that puts Tom at 3 for his level up condition. And Tom has another role play his turn, so we will end turn and we'll pass. Alexander should be at 6 now. Restand. We're still at 5 forbidden fruit. Draw 1. Well, I'm just here talking in Spanish. I was laughing very hard right now. Welcome. 2 a.m. gang. He's made his TCG and looks all fun. Thank you, Ollie. Hey, we lost against Spain in the Women's World Cup. I don't want to hear Spain again. I don't want to hear that Spain again. Okay, so she's family. She's sister. Wait, did we summon? Have we summoned the sister card yet or not? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you were summoned. So then all I have to do now is just attribute her to play her for 4. So that puts me at 3, and that levels up our Alexander to level 2. And she gives 5 forbidden fruit counters, so Alexander is currently at 10 forbidden fruit counters. And that's always with 3 to work with. Good, that's one Temploma. Alright, so we have no reason not to. So we'll go ahead and swing at Tom for... I'll take that hit. 1, 2, trigger. Add this card to your hand. Hello, Beam Water. Restand for 3, putting me at 7. Swing again for 6. I still have no way to counter that, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As long as you appear genuine, I will happily respond to any questions. I'm just used to like a lot of bad apples coming onto my streams now a while back. All right, swing for 6. Trigger, add to my hand. You started at 6 this turn, so you'll be at 9. Yeah, because you hit 10 first, so they'll be at 8 next. Okay, yeah. And I will go ahead and just restand for 3, leaving me at 1. But I'll go ahead and swing with Maria for 7. Do I have a counter for it? Actually, I do. I'll counter with 2 cards for 8, killing Maria. And that will end my turn there. Tom draws. And Tom should be at 9 now, because you were... Yeah, I believe I did this right. I might have actually forgotten what their mana cost is currently. I'm not seeing any questions asked, so I'll go ahead and restand Tom. Alright, so Tom should be at either 7... No. You were at 6 last turn, so I'm at 7 now. No. Hang on a minute. You started second. So 2, 4, 6, 8. You were were you at 6? You should have been at 6 last turn. Okay, if you were at 6 last turn, then you'll be at 9. So then you'll be at 9 then. I do have to. It's a little hard to keep track when it's by myself. All right. We'll go ahead and play this card for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put it over here. She lets me get an ally card.
Josué Fabián no está.
There's that. From my grave to my hand. Because of her effect. We'll go ahead and pay 1 to activate my recruitment. We'll give Tom +2. But we can also add an ally card from my graveyard to my hand that costs 4 or less. We'll add New York Escort. And we'll activate that card again because I drew 2. And we will go ahead and add Helen to our hand. Going to bed now. It's 2 a.m. Tell me when next stream is in your time zone. The next card game stream is usually going to be on Sundays around roughly like 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. If you want to take a look at the card game, most of my other content on the channel is not related to the card game. So if you're interested in the card game, usually Sundays around 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is where the card game streams will happen. This is just an exception because of me testing out new cards. So thank you for stopping by, Ollie. Really appreciate it. We'll use Tom's effect to play her for free. Putting her at, for playing her free. With her effect, we get to reveal the top 5 cards in my deck and put them in any order. From your graveyard? Yes. But I mean, I have to have graveyard manipulation in order to freaking justify like life decking. We'll put this at the bottom actually. I don't know like what we got there. He's at +2 currently, so we'll have Tom swing for 7. Will I counter that? Laters. No. Alright, so that's rested. Swing for 1. I'll take that 1 hit. Clear hit. Swing for 6. I'll take it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And I will turn there. Restand. Draw. You should be at 8 now. Alright. Play you for 5. You give Alexander 4 forbidden fruit counters. And you let me add. Besides tutorial rules, you could also do like a trial deck review where you expose the cards and then we might get some extra feedback from there, lol. Probably be a good idea, yeah. We'll go ahead and add Forbidden Harem to my hand. And then we should... Oof. Nothing really have in our play here. I have 4 forbidden fruit counters. I need 5 to go from the graveyard. So we'll just go ahead and we'll just swing for 6 with Alexander. At Tom. Actually, I'll counter that for 6. There's no reason for me to risk that play. Yeah. I'll restand him for 3, put him at 1, and I'll swing for the card in the back, killing her. That puts Tom at 4. And Tom should be at 9 or 10 next turn. I believe he'll be at 10, yeah. And I will not attack with her, and I will end my turn. Alright, Tom's at 10 now. Draw 1. Tom is still not leveled up yet. I guess I could just swing for 1, and I'll just take that hit because I'd rather. Oh, that sucks. All right, that's a trigger. All right, so no further damage, but it's 1 damage, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so we're gonna play this card over her for 2 to get Helen back to my hand. Hang on. And then we'll play her for 6. I need to find a better space to test this out on like the camera streams later on. Playing her for 6. Lets me add an ally from my graveyard to my hand. We'll add Tanya. And because of that effect, Tom will now level up to a level 2 state. Tom has not attacked this turn yet. We'll go ahead and equip Strange New Weapon to her, making her +8, and you +1. So you are 8, you are 6, and you are 5. And I haven't been keeping track about units dying because I'm busy talking. I'll swing for 5 directly. I will block that for 6. I will swing for 8 at the blocker. I will counter that. Actually, I will not counter that. Destroyed. And I'll swing for 6 at Tom, or at Alexander. But I will... Oh. I really should make it more clear when cards can play during battle or not. No, I need this card effect. Alright, I'll take that hit for 6. Trigger, summon onto the field. Alexander gets +2 Forbidden Fruit. Nice. And end turn here. So, I gotta shuffle this up now, technically. Where are the shadows? There they are. Alright, Alexander restands. 10 mana. Alright, draw 1 card from here. Card's kind of worthless to me right now. We'll just hard pay the cost for 10 to summon Kira. Kira gives Alexander 5 Forbidden Fruits, so he is now at 8. And because she was on the field, he's technically at 9 now because he gets +1 for every Forbidden Fruit card on the field. I keep forgetting that, although I don't count the landmark currently. Okay, so we'll go ahead and buff Alexander to 14. We will swing for 14 at lead. Can I stop that? I cannot, so we'll take that hit. And there is a trigger, give +1. For some reason, my illustrator kept resetting him, so we'll do it like that. We'll go ahead and pay the cost of 3. So we will go ahead and swing again, reducing it. Now we're going to be down to 3. We will restand him. And we will swing again. So he's taking currently 14. 1, 2, 3, 4. Trigger, add to hand. And I will leave those 3 Forbidden Fruit cards on counters on him, and I will end my turn. Your deck needs to be shuffled now. Now I think about it, yeah, trial deck review. Need to do some fixes on the rules later when I finish what I'm working on. I didn't clarify that the Leers went into a Leer deck, and I put that only a counter when ally unit attacks you. Draw 1. Draw 1. Yeah, I keep forgetting I need to keep fucking track of these fucking numbers and shit. Alright, well, we'll just pay the cost for 10. So for 10, we'll just summon Tanya. Tanya lets me flood the board with units. So we'll go ahead and summon her. And we'll go ahead and summon him. And we can summon 1 more unit due to his effect. And we'll go ahead and summon her. We'll put her right there. She cannot attack.
Because of Tanya's effect after summoning, we can add 2 ultimate training cards. Yes. So we can add 1, and we can add 2. We summoned only 1 Tanya, but because of her effect, when a card is played or when an attack hits, we can add 1 more unit from our grave to our hand. And we will add Jiko. Technically, her effect does not go off because she's in the safety zone. All right, cool. So we'll just swing for 6. I'll block that hit with her. She is destroyed. We will swing for 8. Do I have a counter at 8? Now I'll take that hit. Trigger. She comes back onto the field, and she gets Alexander +2 Forbidden Fruit, so she's at 5. Tanya will swing directly at life due to Tom's effect. So 1 trigger. She is on the field, gives Alexander +2. So he is not 7. Swing for 6 with Helen. Block for 5. And we will end turn there. All right. Draw 1. Draw 1. You are now at 10 with 9 Forbidden Fruit counters in hand. We're going to tribute her and pay a cost of 8 to play Forbidden Harem, which gives Alexander +8 cards. That puts him at 17. Need to fix the rules and such. All right, so we're going to go ahead and swing at Tom for 22. We're going to go ahead and block that hit. We'll restand Alexander for 3, put him at 14. Where the hell is the 14 at? There we go. Swing again at lead. We'll take that hit for 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trigger. Restand it at 11. Actually, it's clear as board, actually. Swing for 22 at her. She is killed. Restand it for 8. Swing again. She is killed. Restand now where we are at 5. Where's the 5 at? There we go. Swing at Tom again for 22. 1, 2. Trigger at the hand. Place 2 power on a unit. We'll give it to Tanya. It's not like it's going to matter. To the grave you go. And we will restand for 3 again. And we'll swing at Tanya, killing Tanya. And we will end our turn there. So now it's Tom's turn. Tom is at 10. Draw 1. Draw 1. Oh, perfect. All right, we're going to pay for a cost of 4. Red Moon's Glow, a landmark. Restand her. Bring her out. We're going to train over her to pay this card and summon it for 4, putting me at 2. And I don't think we have another play this turn because we are at currently that amount. And our leader deck is not providing us... Actually, did I draw from my leader deck? No, I didn't. I don't have a leader card. Oh, yeah, I did. I got removed as well. All right. We'll pay 1 to activate the effect. So we're down to 1. To add a 4 cost lower from my deck to my hand. We'll go and add Escort. Hello, Alexander Kennedy. Using Tom's effect, we'll play Escort for 3. Look at the top 5 cards in my deck. Like I guess technically reveal them. So we'll do it like this. Actually, we won't swing with Tom. That's going to get me killed. Swing for 6 at lead. We will block that. Attack successfully went through, so we can add 1 unit from our grave to our hand. We'll add Tanya. Swing for 1 at lead. We'll let that go through. No trigger. And we will just end our turn there. Yeah, that's probably the right play. All right. Draw 1. Draw 1. Restand Alexander. Alexander's currently at 3. Forbidden Fruit counters. 10 mana. Are you just spamming? No, you just kept saying hi. Well, ooh. The games do go a bit long. We're going to pay 5 to summon 2. To summon 2 shadows. Swing for 6 at lead. I will counter that for 6 out of hand, killing the shadow. Swing for 6 at lead again. We're down to 5. I will. Oh yeah, that's an easy counter. I'll counter that out for 8, killing the shadow. I'll pay 5 to play a Trey. Trey lets me add a Forbidden Fruit card to my hand. You're over here. We'll go ahead and add a Maria. All right, Tom to swing for 6. I'll block that. This card is destroyed. I'll swing for 16 at lead. Activate Red Moon's Glow to target my opponent's deck instead. And I'll take that hit. 1, trigger. All right, we're perfectly fine. And I will restand Alexander for 6, putting him at 0. And I will swing at the back row, killing her. I'll let that happen. And I will end my turn there. Draw 1. Draw 1. I'm going to go ahead and activate this card now. For 5, I give Tom +4. Currently have 1 New York Escort on the field. And we don't really have another. Oh, actually, yeah, we do have a play. We can play this card for 1. To add an ally from my grave back to my hand. We'll go ahead and add Helen. We'll train over Helen onto this card for 2. Add a Helen back to our hand. And we'll go ahead and swing for 6 at Alexander. We'll block that for 6. And she is destroyed because she does not have endurance. Or does she? She does not. She does not have endurance. And Tom to swing directly at life for 9. Can I counter that out? For 9? Actually, can't counter it. We'll counter for 10. No damage. And we'll end our turn there. Restand. Alexander's currently at 2 Forbidden Fruit counters. There we go. Draw 1. Draw 1. We're at 10. We'll go ahead and pay 10 to summon a Forbidden Fruit card from the grave to the field. Oh, I'll say one off another one. There we go. That gives Alexander 10 Forbidden Fruit counters because she gets +8. Okay, Alexander to swing for 6 at lead. Counter for 6. Swing for 16 at lead. Activate Red Moon's Glow. Target my deck. I will block that for 6. Alright, I will restand Alexander now. He is at 7. I will swing again at lead for 6. I'll counter that out for 6. I will swing for 16 at lead. So 1, 2. Trigger. So we're fine. Restand Alexander for 3, leaving him at 4. Swing at lead. I'll take that hit. 1, 2, 3. Trigger again. And I'll restand Alexander. Actually, yeah, I'll restand Alexander for 1. And I will end my turn there. Tom is restanded. Draw 1. Draw 1. Oh, you know, this actually isn't a terrible idea. Well, equip another Bank's Armory to Tom. Making him now, I think, that's 13. Yeah, he's now at 13. So he's down to 5. And then we will play. Did we draw from the Leader deck? We did not. Okay, we'll play another Red Moon's Goal for 4. And we'll go ahead and swing for Life with Tom. Any counters? Any counters? No counters in my hand. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trigger. All right. And we will end turn there. So now, Tom, is this my hand? This is my hand, yes. 1 turn. Draw 1. Draw 1. Currently at 10. Okay, we'll just pay 10 again to summon another one of her. Alexander is now currently at plus. So he was at 1. Plus 2 equals to. Yeah, so he is now at 11. Yes, he's at 11 now. Okay. Got 2 free hits that you can do on me. All right, let's give it a shot. Swing for 16 at Tom. Red Moon's Glow activates. Swing at another one of her. It is not destroyed because they both have endurance. Swing for 16 at Tom. Tom redirects it at life. I will block that hit. Endurance means she's not destroyed. And now I swing at Tom for 6. Counter that out. Restand him. Now we're at 8 for 3. Swing again for 6. Counter for 8. Restand, we're down to 5. Swing again for 6 at 5. We have to counter it out for 6. Restand again. We're currently at 2 now. And we will swing again for 2. Or for 6 at 2. And we will counter it out for 6. Alright. I'm down to 2 cards in hand. Where's my deck at? This is my deck, I guess. Alright. We'll end turn. Restand. Back to 10. Draw 1. Draw 1. Play this card for 3. Lets me add 2 cards of Humanity Legion from your grave to your hand. Oh, I fucked up actually. I did the wrong play. Shit. Alright, that's fine. We'll add Tanya and we will add. What's that Tanya's for now? I think that's the right play here. Shit. I did the wrong combo. I just saw the card and I'm like, yes, I'll play it. Play for 6. We'll add her back to our hand. Unfortunately, I misplayed this. And then we'll go ahead and swing for 13 at life. We can't block that. 1, 2. Trigger. No card was destroyed this turn. And we'll have to pass there, unfortunately, because I misplayed that. I got too excited. Draw 1, draw 1. All right. Restand, restand, restand. Restand, you are now at 5. Yeah, I could have had a much better play that turn. I probably could have won last turn if I played that correctly. All right, well, swing for 16. Tom will redirect that at life. We'll see what happens. 1 trigger. She is summoned. So we'll go ahead and put her in the graveyard. We have nothing left in life. Swing for 16 at Tom. Tom will redirect it at our life. We'll block it. And now... Oh, actually, she gets +2, so Alexander's now at 7, actually. So where's 7 at? And now... Let's make this a little more definitive. We'll play her for 5, giving Alexander 5 forbidden fruit counters, so putting him at 12, so we can swing 4 times this turn. And we will go ahead and buff him to 22. So we will swing. And we'll put this at 9. We're swinging for 22 at Tom. We cannot counter out of that. So 1, oh, trigger. Nice. All right, restand again. So we go down to 6. Swing for 22 at Tom again. Another trigger. Nice. Swing again for 22. We're now at 3. 1, 2, 3. Trigger. So we have 1 card left. Restand and swing for 22 again at Tom. No trigger. Now we're out of forbidden fruit counters. Unless I can play another forbidden fruit card from my hand. We're both down to 0 life. Oh, actually, wait. I can do 2 plays here. We'll do this one. We'll tribute her for 5 to summon her onto the field. And she gives 5 forbidden fruit counters, but she can also swing for 8. So we'll just buff to Tom, and we'll restand to him for 3, and swing at Tom for life, and that ends the game. All right. Not terrible. Not terrible at all. Tom could have won earlier. I could have won with the Tom deck earlier if I played that a little better. So if I summoned Tanya last turn, I had Tanya in my hand. If I would have summoned Tanya, I could have just swarmed the board and won with that. Unfortunately, I got a little too tunnel visioned. I saw the card I've never been able to play, and I played it, and unfortunately, it cost me the game. All right, solid performance so far. Unfortunately, I'll have to test this out a little more in private because having to talk to the stream and kind of made me forget several of the placements of things. Or I'll have to wait till Newman gets the cards and then we can test it out with him some more. So let me see. What's Newman saying? Yeah, I selected between the DT blockers and counters. You might have too many defense mechanisms. You might have to get rid of either the stopping bleeding on the DTs or the counter ability. No, we can't get rid of the no. So the problem is that without the counter ability, we can make it a little more restrictive.
where instead of it being equal damage, you have to do greater damage. So like instead of attributing a 6 for a 6 damage swing, you have to give up like more than 6. That's probably the way we're gonna do it. We can't get rid of countering. It would like completely destroy Tom's like entire like potential. And honestly, because his recycling is not good enough on its own if you just get rid of the countering. Because only Tom really benefits from countering right now. None of the other decks really do. Later on, there'll be decks that recycle, I'm sure, but for now, none of the other decks can really benefit from like countering, so there's no reason to get rid of it in that regard. Regarding that situation, the Alexander change, I'll test out the Reaper deck some more. We'll test it out, I think, later this Sunday to see how that goes. Regarding the level 1 might get reverted. We'll see what happens depending. Alexander deck seems currently fine as is. May or may not have to change. Currently for the Alexander deck, Maria needs a change to her effect for it to make a little more sense and be a little more clear. Beyond Maria, I might buff the 5-3 to a 5-4 because she's kind of really hard to justify playing unless you get her in your starting hand. But I mean, you probably never swing with her anyways. Just use her. She's basically just Alexander buffing. You play her to buff Alexander, and then boom. May or may not restrict Forbidden Harem's ability to have follower, or because I don't feel like changing follower. Because if I change follower, then the 5-3 is fucking worthless. Well, we'll see what happens with Forbidden Harem. That might, I think it should be fine to remove the stop bleeding if we balance the power buffs. Because I see we reach the top of the game and at 10 mana, but near player is able to finish it off after 1 or 2 turns. Well, but there's nothing wrong with that, though. Because the problem is that if we stop the bleed mechanic, and watch, like, we can give it a shot, we're not going to be able to play shit. I don't necessarily, like, okay, so the problem is that, like, card games are not supposed to go by quickly. If you've ever been to a tournament scene, well, Neil, you've been to tournaments. They give you 45 minutes per round. So they give you like at least half an hour or more to play your round. The reason it's taking so long right now is because we don't really know these cards. But when we actually like play this game a little more frequently and actually know what the cards do instead of like having to read everything over and over again, the games are not going to take that long. They'll probably drop down to like 20, 25 minutes, but like that's just your average card game length. Like when you and I play Digimon on stream, the games don't go by. The games go for like 20, like 25 minutes, depending on the situation. Yeah. I mean, granted, I guess Digimon does have best of 3 rounds, and they give you 45 minutes to do 3 rounds. One Piece gives you 35 minutes for one game. So I don't know. I think currently it's fine. I think if we get rid of the bleeding protection, the game's gonna feel a lot worse. But we can give it a shot like this Sunday. But I'm 100% positive because the buffs are nowhere near good enough. That's the. Well, again, the reason the card game's taking so long right now is because we're having to double check what all the cards do and shit. Once we know what all the cards do, the card game will not take probably anywhere longer than like 20, 25 minutes. Again, like we're still fucking changing the cards and we don't even like know what they all do completely. We have to keep rereading them. Because technically, this streams are going on for 2 hours and 30 minutes. We got 3 card games done today, although that was also without me knowing what the effects of some of them do. Yeah, no, because I can tell you right fucking now, if we get rid of the bleed protection from damage triggers, I guarantee you it's gonna feel fucking a lot worse. Because at that point, because the damage triggers don't do shit. At that point, like we're gonna have to make all the damage trigger units that summon onto the field if we're gonna prevent them from doing bleed. Because the spell damage triggers don't do shit half the time. The only people I've asked are people who fucking like I've asked my friends, but they don't really want to help me. Like he said he'd be willing to help me like in like 2 weekends from now, but like I'm convinced he's not gonna want to help me. So I mean, like the problem is I don't really know like outside my friends anyone at locals well enough to ask them to test out the game. And also we kind of still have to finalize the rules as well. The rules haven't been like entirely finalized. That's why I'd like to get it on a digital, some sort of digital platform in order to have people like Devil on them test it, because they would at least be willing to test it. But so yeah, no. For now, we'll leave it. We'll leave the new cards. In that case, we might have to give restrictions to the counter system. Then the stop bleeding can stay. Maybe we'll have more balanced encounter. The counter system is fine. I'm not really. I guess you're a Digimon player. Yeah, got to have that tabletop Zim when I have done time. Well, no. So like, I can there's a web browser app that works. I've already heard about it. So there's another option that's free. I just have to figure out how to use it. But no, I guess Digimon doesn't have counter. But you have to remember, we're losing life here from our deck. We want the players to be able to play their deck. That was the biggest problem with the Bakugan fucking one, is that not all the triggers in the deck didn't stop bleeding. Only some of them did. So everyone just ran the ones that stopped bleeding. At least according to that Kodak guy, but I've never played the Bakugan card game. At worst, we'll make the counter system a little harder to pull off, where you have to have greater than rather than equal to. That'll at least force 2 cards out of hand most of the time for most decks. But again, most decks can't even counter to begin with. And I already do have Tabletop Simulator, technically. But yeah, no. So... yeah, the only way we would fucking... the only way we could justify the counter system being fucking... or the bleeding system removed is that we cap how much damage you can do to the deck per swing. Because so like, put this in comparison for a minute, especially for the Alexander deck in question. We would have to nerf damage values across the board. Because if you swing at a deck, yeah, that's why I see a DT's balance, but the problem is the counter so far. We should work on that, or even make it so you can only use it once if you attack directly. Well, no, because then fucking... Well, no, then how do you stop fucking, like... What? So then, like, how do you stop how do you, like, counter Alexander then? I'm not too sure why the counters is, like... Why... Because, so... I know Digimon doesn't have counters, but... Vanguard does have counters. So I'm not too sure what the issue with the countering is. Because only Tom's deck recycles that hard. Because you have counters in Vanguard. Although I guess in Vanguard's only specific cards can counter, technically, I guess. So I guess, well, like, is that the difference? Because, like, I'm not really seeing the issue with the countering system here. If I didn't have the counter system, the Tom deck would have lost way sooner. Speaking of which, hang on, let me turn on the light. It's getting kind of dark in here. Blockers, also Alexander's thing is that because of how many DTs, you'll be able to stop his attacks consistently. Remember I did by placing my cards in order with the blonde chick? Yeah, but I'm swinging 22. But, like, keep in mind, that's not even worst case scenario. And keep in mind, you're talking about the Tom deck. What do the other decks do? Alexander's going to be milling for, like, 10 every hit once you get past mid-game, assuming, like, he fucking levels up fast enough. Also, so like, the only way we could get rid of counters is if every card just gets blocking. But at that point, we would have to sort of rebalance the cost value of how blocking itself works. Because if every card gets blocking like Magic, then you don't want to attack with your cards against Alexander. You'd rather just fucking keep your cards active. Which I guess with Tom that's fine, but that's not really gonna help out the Reaper deck. Well, I guess the Reaper deck controls based on fucking. Hello, Bryce Gaming. You're new here. And that's the problem, I do. The more defensive mechanisms we have, the more the game will go longer. That's the dilemma. Well, so the problem is that the games are only again. So my issue here is that the games are only going long right now because we're not fully familiar with the cards yet. Once we know what the cards do and shit, we can go through it. It'll be fine. But the problem is that what's the problem with long games though? Because again, each game's averaging like half an hour. That's where I'm a little confused here. Because I can't think of a single card game where the games are consistently super fucking short. Like, yes, there can be short matches, but even in Yu-Gi-Oh, I wouldn't say the average match is anything less than 15 to 20 minutes. Granted, that's because my opponent's just summoning their entire deck from the fucking deck to the field. But like, you get what I'm not really quite sure like what the issue is with like a semi-long card match. Because again, like, once you get to level 10, you're going to be fucking pumping out attacks consistently. Like, yeah, you might not be able to close the gap off in one turn, but by the time you hit level 10, you're probably going to clear out the fucking game within 1 or 2 turns. 10 mana does not guarantee the game's going to end the very next turn. Then you want to be able to play short matches so you can play many games in a short amount of time. That's the deal. People hate Yu-Gi-Oh! Because the entire matches are 10-minute combos. Yeah, but the matches aren't going to be 10-minute combos here because you don't have enough freedom to do that. When I get to turn 10 with Tom, I play Tanya, I summon my strongest beat sticks, and either set up a defensive board or I just start swinging on you for game. You're only going to survive like 1 or 2 turns with that kind of pressure on you. Like, every single deck in the game currently, with the exception of the Reaper deck, is going to fucking destroy you by the time it hits level 10 within like 1 or 2 turns. Like, by the time you hit level 10 mana, you are on a timer. Both players are going to end up losing one way or the other because they're just going to summon their boss monster and start swinging like crazy. Also, again, okay, so then you would rather this be a best of 3 format then? Because I mainly play best of 1 formats, so I feel like that's where we're having an issue here. Because in Digimon's a best of 3 format, so they expect Digimon players to play a duel in 15 minutes back to back in order to do a best of 3 format. I'm used to best of 1 format games. I'm pretty sure Magic's also a best of 1 format. I'd have to ask Devil on that one. So I feel like that's where we're having the discrepancy here, is because the game... Well, is Vanguard best of 1 or is Vanguard best of 3? Because I'm assuming you play Vanguard in some form of a local scene. In the meantime, I'll put the decks away. There it is. And again, in our box. And how much time do they get for their best of 1 format? All right, now I have to reorganize this one. Okay, so you, right here. You are also here. 15 to 20 to 23 minutes. I don't believe that. I don't believe that because One Piece is made by Bandai, and One Piece gives you 35 minutes per round for a tournament. There's no way Digimon is getting less than 35 minutes. That seems so weird. Also, Digimon's a best of 3 format. Why would it? I mean, yeah, I guess they expect you to clear it in a faster time. Oh, we'll have to put these over here. All right, wait, hang on. Are you talking the average time a game goes on, or are you talking about how much time they give you? Because they should give you one flat amount of time regardless. Like, at worst case scenario, they're giving you 25 minutes per round. The hell? What white card is in here? There we go. Okay, so the issue here is, hang on. Let me remove this so I can talk a little more freely. Currently 6:58. Good thing I already cooked all my food. What I'm referring to is that yes, you will be destroyed in some cases, but if you get destroyed beyond 10 mana, that means the deck will reach their peak at that point. The average match time, oh boy. Yeah, okay, yeah. So the average match time is 15, 20 minutes. But I guarantee you the actual official time limit they give you for a Digimon match is like 35 minutes if you're doing a best of 1 format. Because keep in mind, you have to give people time to think and shit. But regarding the 10 minutes, yeah, the deck should reach its peak at 10. But like both players should have the opportunity to reach their peak. Both players should be able to play the deck they brought. I personally don't see the issue with giving enough opportunities for both players to play their like peak condition decks, and then it just become like a fucking game of win cons depending on whose deck is going to come out on top or who plays better. I don't necessarily mind that idea. I mean, that's basically how Vanguard works too, actually, because Vanguard lets you fucking play cards with no mana cost, and you basically just end up swinging at each other over and over again. Look, don't take it from me, dude. Let's get feedback from more people and see how it goes. Then we'll have a much precise idea on what to add, change, buff, etc. All right, that's fine. Yeah, fuck. Well, I'll see if I can talk to my friend and see because my other friend's not going to be here this week. So I'll ask my friend if he wants to hang out on Friday, like I normally go to hang out with people, and I'll ask him like, hey, can you help me test out my card game and get feedback and stuff. But before we do that, we got to finalize the rules. So today I'll look through the doc again, and I'll put it on my Google Docs, and I'll fix up what I think to see fixed up, and then we can go from there. But and also I'll try and like fucking force Devil down to talk to him about it during the stream, so that way we can get like his feedback on like the general idea of it. Because we can get rid of countering, but then we have to give blocking to the units. We're not getting rid of bleeding on DT. I don't care what you say. I already know it's gonna be a terrible idea. But if no countering from him, we gotta give blocking to units. But that makes defensive mechanics way stronger. Because if we give blocking to units, that means any unit that costs like we can have like fucking New York Escort block Alexander's 22-hit swing, which I mean I guess is technically okay, but it's also kind of like it's a little weird. But yeah, I'll see if I can message my friend to give me some helpful feedback with that, or see what happens there. Well, the problem is that we don't have enough blockers in general. Because, like, yeah, Alexander has 5 blockers, but he has next to no counter power in his hand, with the exception of, like, 2 cards. But even then, if we change countering to be greater than, then he basically has no real counter power besides comboing 2 cards out of hand. Again, so it's because Devil, I think, only fucking plays Magic. Because in One Piece, you can counter as many times as you want per turn, as long as you're just greater than the attacking power. But One Piece doesn't fucking turn your leader's power to 0 when they're rested. So it's like, again, I'll see what I can do. Or I'll see what I can do to who I can grab. But we'll have to see how it goes from there. And then we'll see what kind of feedback I can get. I'll see if I can ask my friend on Friday if he wants to hang out. And then we can go from there. Yeah, the stream's almost over, so lacrosse. We already finished testing out some of the new cards and stuff. For now, we'll leave all the changes as is. It seems to be playing just fine. The only change I know we're gonna have to make at some point is we're gonna have to change Maria's effect so it's more readable and understandable. Currently, it sounds like she can block every hit while rested from Alexander, and if that's gonna be the case, then I should just make it to where if she's rested, you have to kill her first. That just makes it easier to read. I technically could buff Forbidden Harem to have all card effects, but that would just make it insanely fucking strong and no one would be able to beat it because nothing can get over Forbidden Harem effectively. Because it's at 18. That'd be way too strong. Because ironically enough, Tom can't buff that high consistently. Best case scenario, I mean, I guess, like, if the win con on the deck is something you reach, that's something when both players are at their max and it's fair game. I mean, basically, the win con of the decks are usually their max. The only one that's not currently is the Reaper, because Tom's win con is ultimately just survive, build up your board, try and do shit early. If that fails, get Tanya into your hand and just start spamming Tanya every turn. Because the problem is that we don't really have counter spells right now. We just have countering from hand with units. So we would have to restructure a lot of the cards if we're going to try and like nerf countering. But then like at that point we might have to change. I might have to change the rule where leaders don't lose power in general then. Because if we're not going to counter out of hand and we're not going to give blockers to other units, the leaders can't be reduced to 0 then, which makes low cost units kind of fucking worthless, but it also means that you don't fucking just get like poked down for free because you can't do anything to stop it. Also, it kind of lets boards run a little wild currently. Okay, we'll see how it goes. I need to sit someone down. I need to sit down so more people will test it. Because there needs to be some feedback given. Unfortunately, I probably won't be able to build it on that digital program anytime soon. Because I don't even know how to set up the cards in the right way for the thing to read it. Pain. But yeah, beyond that, the new changes seem fine. I think it should be for now. I think going forward, the Reaper deck will stay relatively the same. I think we're done with Tom's deck overall. I think Tom's deck is at a solid. This is good. This is a good place to leave it. If in the future, if after the 4th deck drops and Tom's deck just isn't winning, we'll go back to the board a little bit, maybe, but I really don't think we need to. I think at this point, Tom's deck is just solid. I don't really think there's any more changes that deck will be receiving anytime soon. Alexander's deck plays really fine. We gotta work on Mana Sorrow, dude, lad. Oh, that's right. Fuck. Yeah. Yeah, we might have to do that. Mana Sorrow can't hit directly, can it? Hang on, let me check and see what the card effect says. Here I am like, oh boy, I'm free. You and like, no bro, my boss monster, please. Hang on. What's your effect again? The fuck? Oh, don't tell me I mixed up the leader deck with the. Okay, I technically did, but it's not too bad. All right, Mana Constant Sorrow. Reduce the mana cost of this card for each one of your allies destroyed this game. When summoned, stand your leader. Oh, I forgot I did that actually. Yeah. Blocker. Gain 1 power for a unit destroy this game and cannot attack directly. Okay, I think what I'm gonna just do for Mana Constant Sorrow, I think I'm just gonna give it some quality of life buff so it doesn't fucking, so it's not so damn fucking painful to remember this shit. All right, Newhan, write this down. Write this down. I'm just gonna change this card right now. Write this down. Write this down. I'm gonna give you the changes. Number 1, passive. Gain +1 power for every unit destroyed this game and cannot attack directly. Okay, we're gonna change that to gain +1 power for every unit in your trash pile. and cannot attack directly. I think that's fine. I think it not attacking directly is fine. That way this card will end up having, I think there are a total of 4 spell cards, so it'll have like 38 in best case scenario. We'll do it like that, I think. No, because then it can be too strong at blocking. Well, I mean, it can't attack directly. It does get over Alexander's Harem. May cost 2 less. Okay. So we'll say it like this. Make it cost 2 less for every unit destroyed. Maximum 16. I don't think playing this card for 0 mana is fair. But because the thing is, like, you only need to lose 10 units to summon it for free. So if you sacrifice 10 units, you are going to lose 10 units quickly. If you want to. You can just turbo this out for free. It can't attack directly, technically. But it is a blocker. But if we're going to keep that effect, then yeah, we keep the +1 for every unit destroyed, then if you're still going to count unit destruction. Once someone stand your leader, I completely forgot I had that effect. I need to remember that basically every fucking card in the fucking every fucking leader deck card besides Alexander's basically needs you to keep track of how many units have fucking died. Okay. We're gonna have to change it to every ally unit then. So we can make it to where for each one of your allies destroyed this game, and the passive will be for every ally unit destroyed this game. So that way it'll still end up being like a fucking +10 probably. But yeah, but even if you turbo him out, it cannot attack directly, it only blocks once. Also, if you introduce Dead Touch, you ruin him, so yeah. That is true, but the only card with Dead Touch currently in the game, I think, is a leader deck card. That is true. Okay, I think we'll just make it. Okay, we'll let it cost 0 for 2 cards destroyed, but we're going to make it to where it's +1 comes from every unit destroyed. Okay, well, first we'll just change it to the -2 cost for now. Reduce the card by a cost of 2. And then we'll see what happens going forward. Because if it's too strong at that point, well, we'll leave it be. And then we'll let it keep track of destruction. And then we'll hopefully see how that goes going forward. But for now, yeah, we'll just reduce its cost by 2 and that should be fine. For now. If that card gets a little off hand, we'll buff it later on. It is a leader card deck, so it might not come out too often. So, ooh, that is fine. The Reaper deck, I think overall is fine as well. I think both those decks, for the time being, have been. I fear he's not beefy enough. Well, he's every unit destroyed. So, if you're playing against the Reaper, your card is going to be incredibly beefy. Because if the Reaper's... Again, so this is the thing, is Tom and the Reaper's decks synergize with each other and counter each other, but Alexander and Rin's decks are not going to be in the same flavor as those two. So they're not going to benefit as well from the destruction of their own units and stuff, which is fine, but it's going to be a little... I mean, I guess it'll just be a negative into the matchup against other units. Because Rin's deck's only going to have 3 units on the field too. Alexander's deck got nerfed to 3, which, I mean, it's playing fine at 3 units on the field, to be fair. So, like, yeah, I guess against Alexander, it's not going to be all that beefy. Because Alexander's just going to try and keep focusing you directly. But we'll have to see how that situation goes a little bit forward to see how that's going to play out. Yeah. Again, I have to try and get someone else to sit down and play the card game. Otherwise, I just won't be able to get... I would need more feedback besides you and me. Because again, like I could ask Devil for the rules to like look it over and how he thinks about it, but until Devil plays the game, he's not going to be able to really grasp how to like grasp the mechanics and stuff. Well, let's see here. Okay, you need 5 units destroyed by Tom or 2 units summoned to work off that. On average, he's going to cost... On average, assuming you lose 5 units for the level up, he'll cost 10, so you can play him immediately on summon. And then he'll have plus 5 power. Yeah, that's not very strong. A 10-10, a 10-5 is not very... We could give him a base stat line of 10. Or a base stat line of 8. And then just give plus 1 afterwards. So he could be a 10-8. Give me plus 1 for every unit, ally unit, or unit that has died on the board. But the problem... yeah. We'll think it over, but probably, yeah, we're for sure going to buff its cost reduction. So that way it's at least playable from Tom's leader deck immediately if you level it up with the 5 units dead. I think that's fair. Yeah, all right. So beyond that, I'll see if I can talk to my friends to see if one of them will be willing to help me out this week. If not, well, I'll spend some more time working on making a digital version of it so I can have like, because again, there's a web browser app for it where I'll have like the fucking Devil and then Kyle and then hopefully Mangler test it out and then see how it goes from there. But first, we got to finalize those rules as well. So I'll take a look at those rules today during Devil's stream, and then we can talk about a little more there to see what needs to be changed and what doesn't need to be changed. At any rate, all right. Overall, the new cards worked out fine. The new Alexander changes ultimately are fine. Yeah, because I guess, like, yeah, because he can buff himself high enough to where, like, I guess he doesn't need Fisher technically. But... maybe we'll see what happens about nerfing the Reaper, but for now we'll just keep it all as is. We'll move forward with these cards. Maria's the only card I know that's going to need changes, specifically for clarity of her card effect, so we'll be giving Maria a slight buff. And I don't know if I'll raise her cost to 8. I think I might give her a slight buff and raise her cost to 8, just so that way you have 2 options to get into the boss monster. But... yeah, that'll be about it for Alexander's deck. Tom's deck seems fine, A-okay to go. The Reaper deck for the most part seems fine, A-okay to go, A-okay to go. I guess maybe leader deck cards might need some looking at, but honestly, I don't really think those need to worry about balancing too much. Because the Reaper's leader card is similar, but we'll see how it goes. I guess Alexander's is the only one that falls a little off theme, but I guess I'll keep it the same with Rin. At any rate, yeah. So overall, it worked out fine. Good balance changes across the board. The nerfs were fine on the Reaper. Yeah, overall. If push comes to shove, I'll revert them. I still have the original cards, but for now, everything seems to be fine. Again, I think Tom's deck, with the exception of Mana Constant Sorrow, is just good to go. Maybe I think everything's fine because he'll only have like 2 landmarks. Maybe I'll just put a little restriction on Red Moon's Glow to where you can only have 2 on the field at any given time. Because if you have more than 2 on the field, you can control like your entire opponent's attacks. So yeah, that's probably just any changes to Tom's deck. I think going forward for now will just be leader deck changes. That's about it. The Reaper, I think he's fine across the board. Having some cards that are... he has a few cards that are kind of weak, but he can discard to destroy cards, so it's fine. Oh, maybe I should just make the Reaper's effect cost a discard instead of mana. But we'll see how it goes. Anyways, yeah. So overall, the Tom changes are good. The Reaper deck changes for the most part worked out fine, and the Alexander deck changes seem to be fine. Him at 3 works out okay. But yeah, all right. So everything turned out more or less solid.
Yeah, Tom's like is good to go. It's only Manacon Star, and if you want, you can make it so Manacon Star. It could be a second level up to Tom if you want an idea. We'll think about it. Because that would work thematically. Yeah, but we'll talk about it later. That's fine. All right. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for your time as always. Have a nice day. I'll see you guys on next streamer video. Take care, everybody.